is a former Time, Life, and National Geographic photographer who is known for his large-scale photographic projects. His book, America at Home, and I'm holding a copy, is a close-up look at how we live, featuring over 250 photographs taken by professional and amateurs alike of Americans at home. And I think it's a fascinating and sometimes funny peek into people's lives. Please welcome Rick Smolin to the show. Welcome, Rick.
Very nice
to have you. So, now, one of the nice features is this, this cover actually features me and my little daughter, Alexis, when she was going to the Rudolph, it says it right here, Rudolph Steiner's school. Gosh, I don't know when this was, a long time ago, way back in the last century. And you can actually send in a photo and get your own pictures on the cover, which I think is a very nice feature, actually. So it's it causes you to pick up the book at your house right away.
I mean, what's so interesting about this book is imagine if 100 years ago, a group of photographers had gone all over the United States and showed us what the fabric of home was like before television, internet, radio, electricity. So we wanted to leave a message for our great-grandchildren of what home life was like around the United States. And it's not a Hallmark card or architectural digest. It's the ceremonies and rituals and how the time we spend with our families at home. It's interesting.
It would take you a long time to go through the archives to find as many pictures of life 100 years ago as you have in this book.
This is all shot in 1 week. Every single picture in this book is 1 week.
It's an amazing thing. Now, is that your daughter on
This
the
is
cover?
my daughter, Phoebe, and Phoebe was actually the inspiration for this whole project. She went for a sleepover at a little girl's house down the street from our house. She was very nervous. And when I picked her up the morning after her sleepover, you know, she survived. I didn't have to pick her up in the middle of the night.
Sitting
Phoebe's right here in the audience.
In the audience. And Phoebe, I wanted to tell you the story of this little girl, Alexis, who always had a mind of her own. The reason she has white shoes on and it's a fall day going to the first day of school is that she was required by the school, they had some dress code, to wear brown Oxfords to school, and she went and picked her Buster Browns up at the shoe store, and they were $34. I remember that was expensive. And the day of school, she decided she didn't want to wear Buster Browns, so, and I heard clank, clank, clank. It was the incinerator in our apartment, and she had thrown her brand new Buster Browns.
Oh no!
So she's looking a little mischievous over here. No, mischievous. And she's wearing white sneakers, the only other pair of shoes she had that fit her. So anyway. It's a day in the life of. It is.
That's right.
It's an American moment, right?
Right. So, I mean, we actually not only sent 100 of the world's greatest photographers around the United States for a week, but we invited the public to participate. So we got 1 million pictures for people.
So how did you edit down to this?
We had an incredible team, an army of photographers, of editors who looked through all the photographs.
So now there's a picture of a woman in a tiny house.
I love this.
Do we have that picture? Yes.
Yeah,
Does she really live in that tiny little house?
That actually fits in a parking spot, and it's 84 square foot house. Her electric bill per month is $6 a month.
I would like to live in that house.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yes, I think that's a very nice idea.
You know, the thing is that we all tend to spend time with people that are like ourselves, and what's so interesting about this book is you kind of feel like you've been invited to look through other people's homes. And when the house goes for sale in your neighborhood, don't you always go to look at it, even if you're not going to buy it?
Oh, always.
Well, this is like doing that all over America for 1 week at the same time.
It's a view into the other people's lives. And the girls in the pretty fancy dresses.
Oh,
I mean, so beautiful.
There were so many. This is in Eugene, Oregon.
In a suburb, in the driveway.
This is a Mexican immigrant, came to the United States as a construction worker, now has his own firm building homes. And he built this home himself.
And he dresses his children so beautifully.
Yeah. You know what's interesting is that 20% of American school children speak a language other than English at home now. And more Americans consume more salsa than ketchup.
Is that more than usual than in the last
it's growing.
years?
It's
growing.
Yeah, the Hispanic community is growing. It's the fastest growing immigrant community right now in the United States.
Well, speaking of baseball games, we have a picture of an apartment building right in front of bleachers. Yeah, right there.
This is right across from Wrigley Field.
Oh, Wrigley Field.
And what's so cool about this is that you don't have to pay to watch the game.
Who put the bleachers
Everyone
up there?
did. Every single house across the street from Wrigley Field has installed their own bleachers. I hope they don't charge for it, but they invite their friends over to watch the games.
And here's a photo of a unique garden bed. Where is this?
This is in Hawaii. This is by a photographer named Rick Cook.
Oh,
this is his wife, and this is actually, they built this to keep the deer out. but now they take turns sleeping in it to actually protect it.
I'd sleep out there.
There's so many little moments like this. You know, one of the statistics we learned about, you'll be amused by this, they asked husbands and wives, if you could take a time machine back to when you got married, would you still marry your spouse? And 80% of men said yes, and 50% of women said yes. Something to think about.
You go, women.
We also, by the way, in this book, Amy Tan, Matt Groening, David Pogue, who I know has been on your show many times, all wrote these wonderful, humorous, personal insights of what the concept of home means to them.
Oh,
it's a really fun.
So what do you have up your sleeve next?
We're going to do a project looking at what it's like to be 16 years old in the world. Oh. And this is the first time in human history that the average 16-year-old has a broadcast network in their pocket. So we're going to invite millions of teenagers with video, stills, Twitter.
The world around.
Yeah,
without worrying so much about toll calls. Mom isn't telling you can't make that phone call, right?
Right.
It is extraordinary.
We're going to assemble the
Twittering,
whole thing.
tweeting, texting, calling,
it's going to be
emailing.
absolutely fascinating.
It
I want to tell you, Ron, one other thing, which is that we have a special right now on our website. Everybody in your audience, by the way, is going to get a free copy of this.
Oh, you all get your own book.
This is the actual cover of the book in the bookstores. So if you come to our website, you upload your own photograph. It takes about 4 minutes. And then your children, your family, your wedding, a picture from 30 years ago becomes the star of the book. And IKEA was the company that made this possible. There's no IKEA products in here. They just wanted to give a gift to America, celebrating.
This would be so perfect for a Mother's Day present or a Father's Day present. And thanks to Against All Odds Productions for the book, you're all getting a copy, as you just heard.
Oh, and last thing I want to tell you, the way you do this is you go to our website, which is www.myamericaathome.com. It's very easy, myamericaathome.com, and the cover's free if you buy it from our website.
Okay, and if you forget, go to marthastewart.com. It's all there. Well, thank you very much, Rick.
Okay.
Thank you, Phoebe.
Thank you for their inspiration.
We'll be right back.